Hi everybody, this is TheNinthWave, and today I'm going to show you how to make an invisible recolor of an object for The Sims 2. Really, the only thing you'll need is SimPE and a graphics editor program. I use GIMP, and I use an older version of GIMP, so some things might be a little bit different than what I'm going over in a newer version of GIMP. But anyway, just get SimPE and an image editor program, and go ahead and open SimPE and go down to where it says Object Workshop down here at the bottom left, and click Start. Now mine's already loaded up. Yours would take a while to load up. Down here, just wait for the green progress bar to go away and wait for everything to load up. Go to we're going to do a sink today, so go to plumbing, sink, and let's do the cheap one, the simple sink from Craft Industries. So go ahead and click on that and click next, and we're going to recolor it. So your screen might look like this where it says clone. We don't want to clone it, we want to recolor it. So go to recolor and click start, and save it to your documents. Yay Games, The Sims 2 downloads, and we're going to save this as invisible sink. Press save, and you'll notice it has a little 2 and a line between it. That means it has a dirty state and clean state, and we're going to of course do both. So you don't have to select anything here or check anything here, just press OK. And just wait for it to pop back up. Alright, go to, first of all, go to your texture in the resource tree and in the resource list, and go to plugin view, and we're going to want to export this to the desktop or anywhere you want to keep it. If you have a mesh folder, you want to keep it there, or your desktop. I'm just going to put it on the desktop real quick, because that's what I do with stuff like this. And open it up in GIMP or any graphics editor program that you want. And if you're in GIMP, you can go to Layer, Transparency, Add Alpha Channel, and press Delete on your keyboard, and go to File, Save. Now if you're in the newer version of GIMP, you would go to File, I think it's Export is somewhere down here instead of Save, because it doesn't save it right. You go to Export and do it that way. But in this version of GIMP, the older version that I prefer, you just go to File and Save, and close it out, and open back SimPE, and right click on your texture and do Build, and under Format make sure DXT3 is selected. Sharpen should be none. It probably doesn't really matter if you change it to none or leave it as smooth, but it's a good habit to get into, changing that to none, because a lot of things need it. We don't need to change the levels because it's the same size as the Max's texture. If it was a bigger size texture, we would make the levels higher. Alright, go ahead and open your invisible texture you made, and click Build, and Commit, and again on the dirty state, Build DXT, Format DXT3, Sharpen none, and open your invisible texture, and press Build, and Commit. Okay, and then go to the TXMT, and again in the resource list, and where it says STD Mat Alpha Multiplier, You're going to want to change that number to 0. And where it says STD matte alpha test enabled, you change the 0 to a 1. And then go all the way down this little scroll area and change the matte untextured diff alpha to 0. You probably won't need to do that, but it's a good thing to do if you're doing invisible recolors, because sometimes the texture doesn't have a texture and you need to make it invisible. So go ahead and press commit. Okay, and do the same for the dirty state. Matte alpha multiplier should be 0. Matte alpha test enabled should be 1. And untextured diff alpha should be 0. And press commit. Okay. File. Save. And you just made an invisible recolor for The Sims 2. Now it's important to note that you're not making invisible the water of the sink, just the sink is going to be invisible. So you can also use this method for anything besides sinks. You can do it for just about every object. Some of the objects you can't do it for because there will be parts there that will show up when it's invisible, when the other part is invisible. I think it's like different, like armoires and stuff do that, dressers or whatever. But anyway, thanks for watching. Goodbye.